There's a couple different ways people discover rank and rent. At this point, I don't think I've ever come across somebody where I'm like, yeah, this is what I do. I build these sites, they cost me almost nothing. I rent them out like rental properties and I make X amount of margin. And I've never heard someone go, oh, that's a terrible idea. I've never heard that. I always hear people go, oh shit, that's genius. In fact, I bought a real estate program because I'm dumping a lot of my money into real estate. And I got on with the coach and he's like, what do you do? And I told him, I'm like, I do real estate, but I just do it a lot different than I'm doing it here. And I'm making a lot of money. And he's like, oh shit, that's amazing. Like he was blown away. He never heard of the concept. So I've never heard someone do that. And so a lot of you guys came in because you bought another program. Maybe it was on Udemy. Maybe it was a couple $1,000 course. I don't know. But a lot of you guys kind of knew what rank and rent is because in the thing, it says the art of pre-selling rank and rent lead gen. So you kind of have to know what lead gen is in rank and rent. Here's what I want to tell you guys. Most of us, if you've bought a program, and even if you haven't, if you just watch somebody's videos, you got sold. And I love being sold. And I'm saying this in a negative way. I love being sold in a good way. You got sold in a bad way. What I mean by that is you got sold on the idea that if you build a website, do a couple SEO tricks, and get some leads coming in, that people are just going to be beating a path down to your door. Probably half of you guys, maybe more, are sitting there just like nodding your heads going, yeah, that's exactly what happened. You watched the videos, the testimonials, you got on the call, and the person that sold you told you that it's way easier than it ended up being. Told you, you build a site, you get leads, and all of a sudden you're going to have a whole bunch of money. I know that's what I thought. I thought,
who wouldn't want these leads?
I didn't realize that's only the beginning. So everyone, for the most part, and if you watch a YouTube video or you watch whatever, same thing. You just didn't buy anything, but you got sold that rank and rent. You just build a site and then boom, you got people lining up for days. Not freaking true at all. Here's the reality. There's two types of people in rank and rent. First type, you got the guy or the gal that never starts. They buy the thing, they buy the program, they never start. They never really take action. And I'm not really going to talk about that person because if that's you, I don't think you'd be here. But a lot of people, that's what they do. They buy it and then they're like, oh shit, this is going to take work. And they check out. They're like, actually, and they go back to the person that they bought it from and they're like,
can I get a refund? Could you just go ahead and reverse that charge? Because, actually, blah, 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 blah.
They blame some bullshit thing. No, I'm not going to talk about the person. Person number two gets a program or decides they're going to do rank and rent and they're going to learn it themselves, whatever. It doesn't matter. And this is what happens. They get into their thing. They start listening to advice, start reading on blogs, and they get in and they start building, throwing up sites. And they start hearing things like, just keep building sites, build 10 more, build 100 sites because you only X amount have to work. You guys know what I'm talking about. And they build and they build and they build and they build. Now, some people, they go extreme, they build 100. Some people go really extreme like Jerry Ward and build 800. And some people, to them, a lot is 10. And then here's what it looks like. In about 6 months, up to maybe 18 months, this is the situation. They got a couple $100 a month in hosting. They got a couple $100 in domains. They've got a couple $100 in rented backlinks. They've got a couple $100 in tracking numbers. Oh, let's not forget you've spent $500 per GMB to get those in place. By the way, not guaranteed. And just to throw a little sprinkle on top, you might have an employee or two, maybe a team of VAs. So 6 months in to 18 months in, you basically are left with a hobby that is really expensive. You guys think golf's expensive? Dude, golf costs $2,000. You get a freaking dope set of PXG clubs, get a set of Pro V1s, dude, you're hitting the range, dude. That's it. It's not near as expensive as what many of you guys are just hobbying this thing. And you're paying an ass load of money and you're not making anything. And I know you guys hear what I'm saying because I did the same thing. So what I want to tell you guys is that is the reality. That is the reality of what most people end up doing. They end up going down this path and a couple months down the road, they got a bag of shit. They got all this stuff, these expenses. They're not making any freaking money.